All systems go. Clear for liftoff.
What is going on, SHIPIT Nation YouTube station? We are back with another edition of the MLB show. I got my guy Gyiraszin filling in for Nades, coming off an all-star break where we saw a swing off. I'd never seen that before in a game. We got 11 games to break it all down. How was your week, Gyiraszin? What's going on? Happy Friday.
Man, it was a good time. I had a good time watching some of them all-star. I'll tell you what, though, ESPN does a shit job, though, with that home run derby. It was like couple times they weren't even like showing the balls and they were acting like they were going out and they weren't even home runs. So I was like, come on, man, let's go. I mean, we went from like Chris Bourbon. I mean, yeah, the back could have got wore on a few people. I get it. But I mean, yeah, I mean, and you know, it's kind of cool to end the all-star game that way. They can't have, you know, these pitchers. They're not running out, going to be running dudes out there, you know, a bunch of innings and burning up arms and all that shit. It's just a fun game, but that's kind of a cool way. I don't think I would really like that in like a regular season game kind of setting because, like, think about it. The Dodgers are going to throw up Ohtani, Freddie Freeman, and, you know, like Mookie Betts. Like, that shit ain't fair. Like, the Yankees are going to throw up, you know, Judge, yeah, you know, Cody Bellinger and you know, Stanton or somebody. Like, come on now. Who the Pirates going to throw out there? You know, it's like, yeah, they could throw out some O'Neal Cruz, but after that, it gets some thin picking. Or what are the Royals going to do? What, Bobby Witt? I mean, after Bobby Witt, like, what? I mean, come on. It's like, to me, it's just that's not fair at that point because now you're because now that's going to matter, right? And you're going to get these dudes that are like Joey Gallows that are going to last forever if they change that rule. And just for home run hitters, I think, you know, like they're going to have their 4 horses. I think it would be a different weird dynamic. I thought about it for a little bit too, actually, Ham. I was like, would I really want? Nah, I don't want that. So
yeah, we'll change it for sure. I did like the automatic strikes and balls and strikes thing. These umpires, they just miss too many calls, in my opinion. I understand it's humans and things happen, but some are so egregious, some are so bad and feel like they cheat, man. I want to see what AMRs, robotic arms, or whatever they call a robot. What about you?
You know, I don't think I would mind that for pitching, really. I think it would speed up the game for one. I mean, if they had like tennis, like, you know, where they showed the replays up on the screen with the pitches, all they had to have that is up on the center field screen after every damn pitch, show you where it was. We don't need no human to tell us if it was a ball or a strike. If they have that technology, what are they doing? Like, even, you know, but I think, you know, like, to me, it's kind of, I don't like it to where like the top end tip of the ball can touch the bottom of the zone and they're going to call that a strike. Like, I think you got to have at least, that would have to be clarified at that point, you know, because we've never got to that level of, you know, like, you know, what's over the line, what's not. Like, is half the ball have to be at least in the zone? You know what I mean? Like, I don't like that where you just barely touch it. Because I think Scooble or somebody got a strike or a strikeout and it barely touched the zone. And I was like, man, even though it was my guy, I was like, I didn't really care for that. But you know what? I give MLB credit for trying different shit, trying different things, try to evolve the game. You know, nothing worse than just you know, just sitting there doing the same old boring shit. But yeah, I mean, I'll give him kudos for doing different things. But man, I did learn one thing, man. O'Neal Cruz, welcome to the regular world for the baseball fans, because a regular baseball fan, Ham, did not know who the hell O'Neal Cruz was. But when you're hitting 513-foot bombs, you know, hitting it up on the restaurant up there, like, that was sick. And, you know, to see like Matt Olson and people that played in Atlanta to be like, whoa, that's like a monster bomb, you know, but that was kind of cool. But I mean, that's what I like. I like to see these dudes hitting just monster bombs. They ought to let them do that shit with metal bats. Like, in the end round there when they get 3 outs, they should get to use metal bats. Like, that'd be cool as hell, man. Let's see some 600-foot homers, like 700. I want to see some of these Aaron Judge hit it with a metal bat. I mean, they picture they got a screen and shit. Throw it to them. Like, let's see what goes on. What do you think about that? I think that'd be kind of cool.
Yeah, they would crush those balls for certain. Yeah, no, I mean, it'd be fun. I mean, they would hit them a mile for sure. If you aren't a member over here with us at the Nation, head on over there now. Enter the promo code MLB75. That'll give you $75 off your first month of all access, just $24 a month. Get you to the SaberSim Core. And if you aren't a member as well, SaberSim, the core package, builds you 150 lineups. I highly, highly suggest that if you have not taken a look at our tutorial videos with our guy Tyler Tamboline, if you've seen X lately, Tyler is Tambo is running those. Those are some great videos. You got to get SaberSim. It's the way to go. It's the only way to play DFS these days, in my opinion. All right, Gyiraszin.
He's gonna have to get some new outfit, new clothes, man. He lost Tyler Tamboline.
Tyler Tamboline, man. I asked him the other day, I said, where'd Tambo go? Tambo has left the building. It's Tyler Tamboline now. Losing all that weight. Congrats to my guy, Tyler Tamboline. Hey, but we got 11 games, Gyiraszin, on the slate. And when I first opened up the DraftKings app, I was kind of shocked to see who was at the top of the list. It is a bad pitching slate. We got our cover boy, Spencer Strider, on there, who's been struggling. But let's go 8K and above like we always do. That's only 6 pitchers tonight. You got my guy Seth Lugo leading the slate in salary, which is kind of crazy to think. But Seth's been balling as of late, and he gets to take on this Marlins team in a great ballpark. But Seth Lugo down to Tyler Glasnow making his second start in several months. Talk to me about this range and kind of give me your top couple pitchers here.
Yeah, I think it's definitely a pretty shitty slate. I think it's kind of leveled out, really. I mean, there's a few dudes you can use up and down. But there's nothing that I really overly love. I mean, Strider's been pitching a little bit better, a few strikeouts in that Yankee lineup, but obviously we know that Yankees got a bunch of power in there. But we'll start from AK. I'll tell you what, I was drinking one of these high noons here, these lucky ones. So I'm going to get lucky tonight. Maybe taking the wife out on a little date tonight, Ham. That's going to be the theme of the night. Lucky.
I thought we were talking DFS here, Gyiraszin. Come on.
Yeah, little DFS. I get you, but we're going to get lucky in some DFS. We're having some lucky ones. All about the lucky today. But, starting out at AK Glasnow, I think he's interesting. I mean, especially over there on FanDuel too, but Glasnow I think is pretty interesting GPP play. I think he could be a little chalky. I'm not sure. His last time out coming off the IL, he had 85 pitches. He had 5 strikeouts. So that's interesting. I mean, I think that 8K, I do like that price. So I think he's going to be interesting. I'm not sure how heavily owned he's going to be. He may end up being I think Strider is going to end up being fairly chalky today. So Lugo could be fairly chalky. I think it's going to be really spread out, kind of, to be honest. I don't really know if there's going to be a pitcher really in the 30-40%. We'll have to see on that one. But anyway, Glasnow I do feel is in a pretty good spot. I think with Bassett, I think his matchup's decent here. I don't really overly love it. I mean, Bassett, to me, just seems like a kind of a safe, no upside kind of play. I think Lodolo, he's just another guy. I mean, fly ball pitcher. We gets the Mets here. The bottom half of that Mets order kind of looks like shit. I think you could kind of get with Lodolo if you wanted to. I think that's more of a pivot. I think Castillo against Houston. It's interesting. You look at him against right-handers. He's up at kind of 24% strikeout. Left-handers, he's at 17% strikeout here. I think he's going to obviously see a bunch of righties here with Houston. He's probably going to get maybe 6, maybe 7.
Yeah.
I think righties. Strider against the Yankees, I think, just because he's been so good. He's had all the strikeouts here that we've been looking for, 11 Ks. His last time out, he's been up at the pitch range, 101, 100, 95. I think Strider definitely has the upside we're looking for. And then Lugo gets a Miami team that obviously isn't all that good. But I think Strider for me is a guy that I'd probably look at. He'd probably be my SP1. I mean, you're looking at just kind of looking at overall the lineup he's going to end up seeing here against the Yankees. I mean, and you're looking at K percentages: Profar 23, Olsen 21, Acuna. Well, I'm looking at the wrong damn team. Obviously, I got the wrong team up here I'm looking at, but Dominguez 27, Judge 27, Stanton 33, Chisholm 27, Wells 25, Volpe 25. So the strikeouts are there. Just Bellinger and Goldschmidt are under the 22% line. So Strider to me is it. I mean, you just got to kind of stay away from Judge, I guess. But to me, he's the SP1, I think. Yeah. But, all these other guys, I think are in play, though, really. And I don't think anybody's really going to kill you. This isn't the old Spencer Strider. I mean, he could get up 8-9 Ks where you got to have him, but I don't see him getting up 12-13 Ks, like we've seen in, possibility in past years. So nobody in this slate really scares me to where I feel like they're going to totally blow it up. I don't know if you feel any different. So I feel like when there's slates like that, you can take more chances. Like, I don't feel like I'm avoiding the huge bomb. You know what I mean? Like, I just feel like this slate here, it's kind of spread out. There really isn't too much here that's just overwhelming.
Yeah, I would say Glass now at 8K is a great play, like you said. He did throw 85 pitches in his first start back, which was encouraging to see. And now at just 8K against the Brew Crew, I like that. And then Spencer Strider. I guess him and Glass now really. You tell me if there's anyone else, maybe Lodolo, but those are the only two that I could see getting 10+ Ks on the slate. Would be Strider, would be Glass now, and possibly Lodolo, but I don't see it. I think those two have to be at the top of the list for sure.
Yeah, that's pretty much spot on. That's why I was saying I don't feel like there's an overwhelming, need to necessarily even pay up double for pitching. I think, especially over there on DK, I think you could spread out a little bit if you want some bats here today. Obviously, we got a Coors Field up on a slate here today with, if you want Buxton, you're going to pay up for him. But, Dodger bats are in a pretty good spot today. You obviously pay a lot for Dodger bats. So, just kind of looking at the pitching side, if you want to play up here with a couple of these guys, Glass now at 8K. Even at Strider at 9K. That's not very much for pitching. There's a lot less for bats. So I think you'll probably see those guys being a little chalky. But I think there's some guys below 8K too that are going to probably get some love here today that can be spread out. But I think up at the top, Strider for me would be the guy. It's just they get a Yankees lineup, but there are some Ks there. So as long as Strider isn't putting any freebies on, and even if it gets up, who cares if it gets up 2 solo shots or even 3, still gets a quality start and gets 8-9 Ks. I think that's still good enough to get the job done.
Yeah, would agree with you there. And then I was just looking at, these Giants look pretty bad. I know you mentioned Bassett a little bit too. 27 K percent at home. And these Giants strike out. Everybody is the top 5 is almost 22 and above. And then Young Ho Lee doesn't strike out, but then those other 2 cats, they're 22 plus 2. So Bassett would be kind of number 3 for me up there in that range. All right, let's go 7,900 and below. Quinn Priester, you're not playing Colorado anymore. Today you get the Dodgers. So Quinn Priester all the way down to you're not going to be playing Ian Hamilton or John, I think it's or JT Brewbreaker for the Yankees. But any love for Sandy Alcantara? I saw some Sandy Alcantara at home getting some love in the chat. But anybody from Sandy at 6K all the way up to Quinn Priester at 7,900.
Yeah, I'm not going to be looking at any Quinn Priester against the Dodgers. I like the other side of that. Sony, I think, is interesting against the A's, 24% K percentage. This guy here, he's been getting up to the 100 pitch range. They have some strikeouts there in that lineup. I guess at the price, I'd rather go to Glass now, obviously, but I think Sony is definitely in play here against the A's. Moving down one spot, I think Walter here is the guy that I like the most down here in this 8K range. I mean, Seattle hasn't been very good against the left side. He's at 25% K rate to righties. He's $7,700 pitcher. We're out in Seattle. He's 95, 91 pitches his last starts. He did have the 7Ks. I mean, every start he's given up the home runs, though. He seems like he's given up, some of these solo shots here. In reality, you look at this Seattle team against lefties. I guess all you got to do is worry about freaking Kyle Raleigh. Other than that, that dude's got a 519 WOBA, a 520 ISO against lefties. Randy Arozarena is swinging a pretty hot stick. We did talk about that, but other than that, I think the K percentages are there. Raleigh does strike out 30% of the time. Arozarena 25, Garver's at 29, Moore's 39, Williamson's 22, Polanco 17, Julio 22. So there is some strikeouts overall. 22% is the team. So I do like Walter a little bit here. I would put him in my SP2 range, up in my top range here. You get a late night pitcher too. So, that's always fun. Also kind of moving on to some other guys here. I think Reese Olson's kind of interesting here from the Tigers end. He gets this Texas team here. Olson, when he looks good, this kid looks pretty good. There are a few strikeouts to be had. Garcia's at 23%, Langford's at 26%, Helm. The top of that lineup doesn't really have too many Ks, but for as cheap as Olson is here at 76, I don't mind him. Paft, I think you could possibly look at him too a little bit if you wanted to look at him. He's been looking pretty good. It's just, once you get kind of here in this bottom range, like with the Taj Bradleys and Olson, it kind of gets scary. They do have a little bit of upside, but I don't necessarily really love the matchups. I can't play Verlander. I really actually like Toronto. I do think Sears is interesting though against Cleveland. I don't mind that at all. Cleveland sucks against lefties. They're terrible against lefties. So, if I'm looking for a cheap guy, I think, when I was fooling around with some Optos ham, it did come up Alcantara. When I wanted some of the Dodgers and maybe stack up some Twins, when I was looking at that, it was throwing Alcantara at me. I'd rather have Sears, to be honest with you, against that Cleveland team. Cleveland's just not very good against lefties. So none of these other guys down here I really want to play. It is noted, though, that Max Fried, we got to watch Max Fried. There's rumors he's got some blister issues. So just kind of moving on, when he's coming up here in these next few starts, I'm not going to be all thrilled with Max Fried's possibility for a high pitch count. So, but just kind of looking down below, like I said, I think Sears is interesting. You could play Alcantara if you really wanted to. I just think that's more of a your punt kind of play at pitching, especially at 6K, but I'd rather go to Sears at 62. I'm not looking at Corbin, not looking at Morton. I think Olson's interesting, but Walter and Sassoni and Sears for me would be my three down here below.
Yeah, excellent breakdown there. My guy Nade's also on Walter. I'm on Slade as well. Slade's been pitching a whole lot better. 25-point performance his last time out. I think the only place where you and I differ, Gyiraszin, is my boy Uncle Charlie Morton. I don't mind him. He's only 7,500 against this Tampa Bay team. I think he's got a good matchup. He's been pitching a whole lot better. This is not the same Charlie Morton we saw the back half of last year and the first couple starts this year. So I think that's maybe the only place that you and I differ. Sean Manaea is garnering some ownership as well. $7,000. I don't necessarily love that. I do love your JP Sears call though against that Guardians team. JP Sears pitched pretty well. I think it was 2 games ago. I think he got 25 plus DraftKings points. Can he dial that up one more time? All right, give me your top. Let's go top 5 pitchers tonight, Gyiraszin.
I think I would probably go Strider 1, Glass now 2, Lugo 3, Then I'd probably go Walter 4, and then Sassoni, and then probably Sears.
All right. He gave you a bonus of JP Sears there at number 6. All right, we got 11 games to break down. We're going to go game by game in these games. We talked about the Giants, talked about Verley going into the Blue Jays. Our guy Nades loves him some Jays over there, but Giants at the Jays tonight. We got to confirm Jays lineup. Talk to me about this game. Any love for maybe a Giants one-off, and where does this Blue Jays stack or one-offs rank to you?
Yeah, I actually like some of the Jays. I was hard on them at beginning part of the year here. I was putting them in that Royals bucket, that they can't hit shit. But, I mean, last month they've been absolutely smashing the shit out of the baseball. They actually have the lowest strikeout rate in the league against righties, which is interesting. But now they get a fly ball pitcher. So, I mean, to me, I like Addison Barger. I like Guerrero. I like Springer. I like all these Blue Jays here today. I mean, you're sitting here, you get an old man Verlander coming in here. Strikeout percentage is down. He's at 19% to righties, 20% to lefties. Fly ball percentage, 33, 32%. I mean, he's been getting barreled up, too, by righties at almost 13%. So, I mean, you got some guys here, too, over here on the Blue Jays that can get the ball in the air. I think Springer is a really good play here today. Barger, like I mentioned earlier, I like him too. So, I mean, I think there's a pretty good spot here for some Blue Jays. I will caution, though, that San Francisco bullpen is pretty good too. So, once we get through Verlander, that Fawcett could get shut off. That's probably why I don't have the Blue Jays up there at the top of my list here, Ham, but I'll put the Blue Jays up in my top 5. I'll put them in my top 5 out of the 22 teams here playing today. I mean, out of 22, top 5 ain't bad. But, yeah, I think the Blue Jays are in a pretty good spot. I mean, Verlander, and plus it's fun for me to, kind of watch the game. Maybe we can see some, some Kate Upton up in the crowd. And, we don't mind that. We like getting a peep at her once in a while.
Gyirashin's talking about lucky all show. Now he wants to get even luckier, see some Kate Upton up in the stands.
Yeah, I mean, hey, I must be a horn dog today. I've been thinking, but I don't know what's going on today. Maybe it's just the sun shining and shit. I don't know. And yeah, it's just the way it works, Ham.
Just a great day to be alive. Yeah, let's do it. Yeah, excellent breakdown there. We're going to the next game. We got the Big Red Machine. Got my shirt, rocking my shirt for the Big Red Machine, going into New York to take on the Mets. Got Nick Lodolo, gets Sean Manaea. Any love for any of these Reds? Any love for any of these Mets?
I'm laughing at this guy here calling us Bo and Luke Duke of DFS cousins. I got your Bo and Luke Duke here, buddy. But either way, which game are we talking about? Miami?
No. Big Red Machine, the Reds, and the Metropolitans.
All right. Well, we got game total sitting here at 7.5. Lodolo obviously is more of a fly ball pitcher. He's got more of a fly ball lean over to the right side. We got obviously Alonso, Lindor, Vientos, Marciano, Taylor. But Lodolo, they're not going to beat him up. He isn't the greatest. He isn't the highest of strikeout pitcher here, 18% here to the left side, 22 to the right side. I just think there's other spots here that we could pick on here. Even if it was in Cincinnati, with Manaea and Lodolo, both lefties here. I think there's just better spots.
Yeah, 22 teams to choose from. Can't choose them all. I like a little one-off Nades boy, Mark Vientos, batting second. Love him in that second hole wedge between Lindor and Soto. I love that. Give me some Mark Vientos, especially as a one-off. Probably my favorite play of this game. It wouldn't full stack either side. Next up would be the Royals going in to take on Miami. Yeah, we talked a little bit about Alcantara, talked a little bit about Seth Lugo. Hey, the Marlins made a lot of people money the last game before the All-Star break. My boy Kyle Stowers going yard 3 times. Any interest in this game, Royals at the Marlins?
I mean, I can't play any Royals. Everybody knows I don't like any Royals. I mean, if you want to play anything against Alcantara, you obviously want to look against lefties. I mean, he's got a really low strikeout rate, high walk rate. I mean, you could look at Vinny if you wanted to. Caglione if you wanted to go there. But, I mean, there just isn't enough power there. Another game here sitting at a total of 7.5. I don't like any of the Marlins side, but you're right. I mean, the Marlins did get it done there right before the break there. But Alcantara, I mean, like you said, if you want to pick on him, you obviously use some lefties there, but I'm just not interested in stacking up any of these Royals.
All right, we disagree, my man Gyiraszin. I got the Royals. I got them top 3 for me. I'm gonna give them a little sneak peek. Jack Jams going yard tonight. Jack Caglione gonna take Sandy Alcantara deep tonight. Say what?
He's a big boy.
He's a big boy, and he's gonna hit one deep into the right field bleachers in Miami. So yeah, I like this Royals team. I got them top 3, and then not going back to the well with the Marlins today. Yeah, so we disagree a little bit there on the Royals. Next up would be the Athletics, JP Sears, taking on Slate Ciccone, Angel Martinez, Gyiraszin. If I roster that guy one more time in DFS, please just cancel my subscription to either site. I play him all the time. He grounds out to second, flies out to right. It's the most tilting thing to roster Angel Martinez. Now he's batting leadoff. I got to play him, Gyiraszin, but please tell me don't play him, but talk to me. Athletics at the Guardians.
Yeah, I mean, overall, the Guardians are not Guardians/Indians. Who the hell are the Guardians? They need to change that name, as I've been hearing. But either way, I mean, I actually like the JP Sears side of it, to be truthful. I mean, a 26% strikeout range against lefties. He's not at 18% to righties. He doesn't keep the ball on the ground. He does fly balls. So that's a good thing for you. You know, I mean, Sears, 28%, about 29% ground ball pitcher. That's low, but 40%-ish for 38% fly ball lean. So, and your boy Angel Martinez, 27% fly ball. I mean, if I'm looking here, I mean, obviously you could play somebody like Jose Ramirez. I don't mind him. There's just not enough power. I mean, you could look at somebody like David Fry sitting there in that 2 spot. I'm not doing it. I mean, that A's bullpen absolutely stinks. If you wanted to look at that as well, but I'm going to give JP Sears a little bit of love. I mean, Sears does stink. I mean, he's got a 227 ISO to righties, but I just don't think the Indians got enough power on the right side there for me to even remotely worry about it, to be truthful. So I mean, maybe if you wanted a one-off, maybe a cheap guy, you know, Ham, you could go there up at the top there at that lineup. You might get that fifth at bat, but, you know, he could get pinch hit for it too. So, you know, you never know. You could see he bats from both sides of the plate, so probably wouldn't get pinch hit for. But
look at my guy David Fish Fry, man. He's a lefty masher. He's striking out 56% of the time. Now I understand it's only 25 ABs, but man, 56% of the time, that's a lot of strikeouts. And Will Wilson's not much better, but that's pretty bad. You said it earlier, they don't hit lefties well, and the proof's in the pudding when it comes to those two cats.
Yeah, and the Indians have been a team too that they're just at the bottom of, you know, the hitting ranks. They're kind of down there with the Pirates, the White Sox. You know, it's just they got to be in the right spot, and definitely here against the lefty isn't what I want. I mean, I'd rather play Sears, to be truthful, and I don't even think it's good enough to where, if you know, to play the Indians to even get any kind of leverage off of Sears. So it isn't even worth it. I wouldn't even bother.
Yeah. Moving on to the next game, we have the Yankees, the Bronx Bombers. Hopefully they strike out 27 times today, taking on the Braves and Spencer Strider. Talk to me about this game. You're going to have a little leverage stack of any Yankees, you think? Maybe minis, maybe fulls? Or what about these Braves taking on this? We're showing max free, Gyiraszin, but I'm showing projected long, an opener.
And Hamilton.
Yeah. So it's a bullpen game, right?
Yeah, from what I understand, I've been reading, Fried's been having some blister issues. Yeah. So I don't know if they're either, I don't know if they scratched his start or they're moving him back a day. I didn't see, because at first when I was early researching the slate, it was Fried. So I didn't see what the exact reasoning was, but I do know he's got some blister issues. So that's something that we're going to have to obviously pay attention to. But from what I'm seeing, yeah, it's Hamilton. I mean, Hamilton's on all the sports books.
Yeah. Yeah, go collect it. Would be a Friday revenge game if he was playing. I don't think he's pitching, but we'll obviously monitor that. We're going to pretend that he's not pitching, and it's an opener and a long reliever. So any love for anybody on the Yankees, maybe more as a one-off, or any love for these Brave stacks?
Yeah, it says here they're giving him a few max free to few extra days of rest, and Hamilton is going to be the opener here. So
yeah, Ross just said that as well. Hopes to pitch next week.
Yeah,
thanks, Ross.
I mean, if that's going to be the case here, just kind of looking at some Braves, I mean, they're going to get to mix and match some, obviously the Yankees bullpen isn't all that bad. I don't mind it. I don't love it. I think there's some better spots here, but on the other side of it, the Yankees against Spencer Strider. I mean, I don't know the number. I don't think I would do it if I was playing 5 teams to where I would maybe have a Yankee stack instead of, I like the Strider side more, but I won't fault you if you want to play some Yankees on that side. You will get some leverage. That is for sure. If you wanted to go that route. I mean, you just kind of look at some of these Wobas against the righties here at the top of that lineup for the Yankees. Dominguez 368, Judge 481, Bellinger 325, Stanton 367, Jazz is up at 410. I mean, even though they do have some strikeouts, they actually are very patient. They all have high walk rates. So I mean, they're going to make Strider throw some strikes. I mean, obviously Strider does have the strikeout percent 27% on the left side, almost 31% on the right side. But Strider can walk guys too. I mean, he's at 11.5% to the left side, 7.5% to the right side. So he's given up a 321 rollba to the left side. I mean, so some of the, you can look at like some of the numbers, even though it's Spencer Strider. I guess, Ham, I'm sitting there thinking about it. If it didn't say Spencer Strider and it said Seth Lugo, I'd probably be telling you to play some Yankees. You know what I mean? Like, I think it's just because you look at some of the numbers here, even with Strider, his fly ball percentage is at almost 33% to the left side. I mean, even Wells down in that 7 hole can hit a bomb for these Yankees. So I can see you using both sides. I mean, it's really power against power. You got pitching power, strikeout against hitting power. I think the thing that kind of stands out to me a little bit here is the walks here. The Yankees are very patient on with their top of their lineup there, especially the lefties. And he does walk more lefties. That's a pretty high walk rate. So I think that's alarming. So if he starts getting in trouble walking guys and putting on some free passes, Strider could be in for one. I mean, we've seen Strider in the past too. I think we talked about it on one of the shows, Ham, where Strider was going to be chalk. And I was adamant that I thought he was going to get beat up. And I did give up a few runs. It wasn't overwhelming, but, he can get beat up by lefties. So it is interesting. More I think about it, I think I'd call the Yankees my sneaky stack, actually, the lefties.
Yeah, our guy Jake Swell's in the chat as well. He's calling a little bit of these Yankees as well. We're throwing Dominguez over Grissom. Yeah, I mean, we've seen it all season. We see the high barrel rate. You see it right there, almost 8.5. We know he's going to give up some home runs. You said it earlier in the show, Gyiraszin, 2, maybe 3. You just hope they're solo shots if you roster them. You hope they're grand slams if you play the Yankees. But he'll definitely give up some home runs tonight, in my opinion. Excellent breakdown there by you. Next game up on the slate, we got my guy Charlie Morton going into a AAA ballpark to take on these Tampa Bay Rays. Taj Bradley, we didn't really talk about too much. I feel like these teams are playing every week. I feel like it's always the Orioles and Rays matchup that we're talking about. But you can see these Rays, they got a lot of green over here at home versus righties. Pretty good sample as well. But any love for any of these Rays minis or stacks, and then any love for these Orioles, Jackson Holiday celebrating his brother getting drafted 3rd overall. Anybody you're playing out of this game?
Yeah, I actually like I like some Orioles here against Taj Bradley, actually. So to me, I like I don't know. I can't get around Taj Bradley. This guy's just been frustrating for me. You want him to be better than he is. I mean, he came out and was really good when he started coming around, and now he just, he's sitting around 20% both sides of the plate as far as strikeouts. He's getting barreled up quite a bit. So I think, you kind of look at this Orioles lineups, I like some of these lefties actually. But he's getting barreled up by the righties. You're kind of looking at here, what, 12% getting barreled up by the righties. I mean, I think that's a little bit worrisome. He has a little bit of a ground ball lean, that being Bradley. But, I mean, I like some of these lefties. You look at their WOBAs against the righties. Holiday is at 329, Westberg 361, Gunnar Henderson 391, O'Hearn 388, Laureano 412. I mean, even Cowser 349. So, I mean, I know the Orioles weren't really hitting coming, out of the All-Star break, but I don't mind this one here. I like the park there in that minor league park. They get that ninth inning at bat. I'll put the Orioles up close to my top 5 as far as stacks go. Now, as far as Charlie Morton goes, he, like you mentioned, I know you said you liked him, and I can actually respect that. He's only allowed more than 3 runs, just looking at his game log, since literally April. Like, he's been pretty good. Man, just looking at his K percentage, 25% to lefties. I mean, he's walking almost 13%. He's gotten
a lot better over the season, for sure.
Yeah, for sure. He has gotten a lot better. The thing, though, is with the Rays, though, I mean, the Rays are very patient. They all hit righties pretty well. Aranda, I mean, he's up at 403 WOBA. I mean, Lau is at 384. I mean, I like the Orioles a little bit more. I don't mind the Rays here, but I think I like the lefties on the Orioles a little bit more. Charlie Morton not giving up any runs like he hasn't since the middle of April is kind of what I'm looking at. So it looks like he's obviously put it together, especially with that strikeout percentage to the left side. I think I'd just give Charlie a little bit of love, even though I was picking on him at the beginning of the year. I think I'm just going to leave him alone.
Yeah, and I didn't realize how great the Rays have been playing at home versus righties. You can see it and hear the stone. I mean, this, 2, 3, 4, even 5, even 6 are looking pretty good. At home, and then you throw in Chandler Simpson, a guy that's an automatic. If he gets a single or a walk or HBP, that's 9 points almost on FanDuel, because he's going to steal at least one base. So. Yeah, I may be backtracking Charlie Morton just a little bit, but I could certainly see playing.
For a cheap play, Ham. I keep calling you freaking Nades. Ham. I mean, for as cheap as he is down there, he does have some upside. I mean, 25% K rate against some lefties, and he hasn't given up the runs. Like we were discussing. But you can argue both sides of that one, to be truthful.
Yeah. Nate's just settled the score. I'm not playing Morton. He said, "Don't play Morton." I listened to my guy Nades. He prints the MLB Street. So we're going to listen to Nades. Cooler heads will prevail. No Charlie Morton for me. I am going to have some Rays teams, I feel like. Next up would be the Detroit Tigers, my guy Gyirashin's team, going in to take on Patrick Corbin. It used to be National Patrick Corbin Day, Gyiraszin. What happened to that? We don't have National Patrick Corbin Day anymore. He hasn't been as bad as he was in the years past. But spoiler alert, I got the Tigers top 3 offense with my Royals. Little AL Central. I love the Tigers today. Tell me, what do you think, your guy Spencer Torkelson or anybody else on the Tigers going up against this Rangers team?
Yeah, I'm going to pick on a little bit of Patrick Corbin here today. That's for sure. But, another thing we might want to think about is even possibly a little game stack of Rooney here in this one too, because that Tiger bullpen was absolutely garbage before the All-Star break. But these Tiger bats here today, though, Ham, I think are in a really good spot. You mentioned Torkelson against lefties. He's got a 407 WOBA. Jamani Jones, 477. I do worry a little bit about maybe some pinch hit risk there if they decide to bring in one of their lefty or righty relievers. I could see him getting yanked for a lefty. But, you got Torres. Gleyber Torres has been hitting really well. All-Star, 414. Wenzel Perez, he's got a 509. So the Tigers have been really good against lefties. I mean, Patrick Corbin, not so great. He's given up fly ball percentage almost at 31% to righty. So as you mentioned, I think Torkelson's one of my favorite bats. I'll put the Tigers in my top 3. I don't want to get too crazy with them because I think, I like some Dodgers a little better. I think I like some Twins a little better. than I do the Tigers. But Tigers for me are definitely interesting and definitely in play. They fill up some of the you look around here, you got Torres at second. Matt Vierling's going to be pretty cheap up here at the top. Hasn't really, coming off the injury, hasn't really found his spot yet. But Wenzel Perez, you can use Hobby different places. You got a cheap catcher in Dingler. So yeah, I think the Tigers are a pretty good stack.
All right, yeah, nice, excellent breakdown there. I don't see Vierling in this roster unless it's out and it's been updated. I haven't updated it yet, but I like him lefty righty. I do like him if he's in there. Don't see him at the moment. And yeah, your Tigers, Gyiraszin, I saw you said it on X, but they thought the home run derby started a day early. The last game against Seattle, and they were just giving up bombs left and right in the 8th, 9th, and the 10th inning.
Yeah, they were. I see a projected lineup that they had in Detroit. They actually have Vierling leading off, Ham.
Okay.
So if he ends up leading off, I think that would be a really good spot for him, really cheap. Obviously outfielder. Yeah, they show Vierling, Torres, Jones, Green, Torkelson, Perez, Baez, Dingler, McKinstry. So
okay. All right. Well, yeah. Can't wait to see that lineup for sure.
Not sure if that ends up being what it is, but that I just went over the MLB page. That's none of the later games. 8:05, that one. The Twins lineup's up, but other than that one, we don't have any of the late ones yet.
Okay. All right. Next game up on the slate is the one everybody's waiting for. We got an almost 11-run total in this game. Kyle Freeland taking on the Sheriff, Chris Paddock. Byron Buxton, you said it earlier, the All-Star, $6,500. He's going to be expensive, but some of those lower lineup guys, Royce Lewis, Harrison Bader, Brooks Lee, Christian Vasquez, they're kind of cheap down there, Gyiraszin. So talk to me a little bit about this game. Talk to me about kind of how you would play this game in a single entry versus 3 entry versus maybe like 20, something like that. But Twins at the Rockies.
At first when I looked at the slate, I was like, oh, we got a Coors Field, we got a Twins. How heavily owned are they going to be? But I think there's enough spots here today. I don't think the Twins are going to be that highly owned, actually. I mean, Buxton's really expensive, but other than that, they don't really break the bank. So, looking at the lineup, they threw out Buxton, Jeffers, Castro, Correa, France, Bader, Royce Lewis. I was kind of wishing he'd be a little higher up, maybe 5th in the lineup. And then they got Lee and Vasquez. So, pretty much they're going to throw all righty lineup here at Freeland. I mean, you just look at Freeland overall as a pitcher. He's pretty much mid-ground balling, 48% to the left side, 43% to the right side. Doesn't really give too many fly balls up, 20% to the both sides of the plate. But you look at this Twins team, they got Buxton who puts the ball in the air, Jeffers puts the ball up in the air, Bader, Royce Lewis puts the ball in the air, Vasquez puts the ball in the air. So they got some guys with some decent fly ball percentages. Freeland hasn't been bad generally in the past at home either. But, we're sitting here looking at a game at a total of 11. You look at the other side, you got Paddock going against Colorado. I don't really mind. I mean, you want to go, look for some lefties against Paddock here. I just, looking here at these Rockies, I mean, you got Moniak, Ryan McMahon, maybe Taglia you could look at here. Other than that, I just don't really love the Rockies per se here. But, you could definitely pick on a Chris Paddock. But I think the Minnesota, I'm not overly in love with it. But I think you'll get them cheaper than you normally will for a Coors Field game. I don't think it's going to be that chalky at all. I think you're going to see other spots probably get some more love, maybe maybe some Dodgers, some Jays, some Tigers, some Orioles, I think are going to get some, I think it's going to be pretty spread out today. So, I just don't overly love this spot here for Minnesota. So, usually if I do, Ham, I just want to go overweight. And, if I got 3 teams, I'll make 3 stacks, of it. And the 3 teams I play today, I probably won't play any Twins, to be honest. But I don't mind it at all. They are definitely grading out as a top 3 stack.
Do you think you said that you think the ownership will get spread out? Do you still think they'll be the number 1 overall team stat team?
More than likely, but I don't think it'll be by much. I think you'll have 2 or 3 teams that'll probably garner a good percentage, and then it'll probably be even more spread out from there. Being an 11-game slate, having 22 teams, I mean, for a Coors Field 11 game, I just don't feel like it's getting the steam that other situations do when we're in Coors. So, I mean, I guess if you like Coors today, just jam it, play it, do it, go for it. But for me, I just don't love it.
Yeah. No, excellent breakdown there. Hey, we got 3 games left. If you haven't done so already, do us a huge favor. Hit that like, hit that subscribe button. It helps us out a ton over here. We got the Cardinals going into the desert to take on the Diamondbacks. My God, Nades loves the Diamondbacks tonight. Not going to be owned, he says. And we're showing the same thing over there on the DK ownership. I love this Diamondback teams too. Palante is a ground ball pitcher, so that kind of scares me a little bit. But the Cardinals, before the break, they were playing pretty good baseball, Gyiraszin. So you had some interest in PFOT. So any interest in these Cardinals, maybe minis or one-offs? Or what about these Diamondbacks you should get lower owned tonight?
Yeah, I mean, the last 30 days, Palante has his strikeout percentage against overall is at 10%, 2% to righties, 20% to lefties. Overall in the season, he's at 11% to righties, but obviously he's not striking anybody out. He is a heavy ground ball lean, but the thing is, you look at some of these D-backs, Corbin Carroll, 37% fly ball rate, Marte 27, Perdomo 29, Eugenio, who I'm hoping becomes the Tiger here soon, again, 37%. So I don't mind the top half of the lineup here with the D-backs. I mean, the D-backs are going to make you pitch. I mean, they do not strike out. I mean, they are not a team that's going to strike out. They got a bunch of guys here below the 20% range. So I don't mind. I don't mind that from Nades. I wouldn't put them up there in my top 5, but if you're going to build a handful of teams, I definitely wouldn't leave the D-backs out of it.
Yeah, excellent breakdown there. Just trying to look at the chat. Yeah, great stuff there in the chat as well.
What happened to our boy that called us Bowling Luke Duke? Did he get booted? Did he get the boot, Ham?
He might have got the sledgehammer. I don't know. The Ham.
That's all right. If you're gonna be an asshole, we'll give you the boot. We'll give you the benefit of the doubt for a minute or two. We don't mind getting poked. Having some fun and joking around. We don't care. But if you're gonna be an asshole, you're just gonna have to go.
You might get the sledgehammer. Absolutely. Next up is the Astros headed in to Seattle to take on the Mariners. We hate stacking in this ballpark. The Astros, I feel like they never strike out. Castillo, as you alluded to, been a little bit better striking out. I think it was righties over lefties, going to have 7 righties in the lineup. We like Walter. I think we like a little bit of Castillo, but any one-offs from any one of these teams that you think you like tonight, Gyiraszin?
I mean, dude, Kyle Riley is a damn video game against lefties.
The big
dumper. I mean, he's be a guy. Rosarena's been really hot too. I mean, I think Walter is going to get some ownership. So if you wanted to go that route, I mean, if you want to get some leverage, maybe some minis, you could look at something like that. But now I like Walter on the other side, really. But dude, Kyle Riley, I mean, damn, can this guy get? Can he get up there to the 70 range? I mean, he's getting there. He's getting close. So that's definitely interesting. But yeah, I'm not a fan here. I think this one here could definitely turn into a pitcher's duel in this one.
Yeah, I do too. We don't like Pickett on this park either, and yeah. So I think I'm gonna be out on this. Yeah, Cal Riley can never go wrong with that. What's your final call on home runs for Cal Riley? I think he's at 38 right now. Where do you think he ends up?
65.
65. I'm going to take the under on that. I think he'll slow down, but we shall see. He's been tearing the cover off the ball. You don't need me to tell you that. Looks like it's a Eugenio Suarez birthday. Got a little birthday narrative going on. Hit a little double dong, drive up that value, and they get traded to the Tigers. That may be what it is.
I met him at the FanDuel Live final when we were in Chicago. We were actually in the bar in the hotel, and I'm pretty sure he was on the Cubs at the time. or I forgot whose team. He was on a different team. But anyway, I remember we sat and bullshitted with him, and we were explaining to him what happened. And it was, what we were there for and with the fantasy baseball. And he was actually intrigued. It was kind of cool. There was a few of us talking with him. Who might have even been there too. I don't remember.
All right. Yeah. Jake, I think it's somewhere around there too, 58 to 60 somewhere. It's kind of what I was thinking as well. All right. Last game of the slate. You like you some Dodgers. Taking on the Brewers. I don't think either one of us are going to like the Brewers. I don't like any one-offs either. Probably cross them off. I do like some Glass now, but talk to me about these Dodgers. Always Mookie. It's tough to stack them, but you see they look very good at home versus right-handed pitching.
Yeah, I mean, Priester's a ground ball lean. I mean, he's 61% to righties, 52% to lefties. But, I mean, I think the Dodgers here are just going to be a little bit overwhelming here for Mr. Priester. We got some pretty high fly ball percentage. Ohtani 41%, Mookie 35%, Freeman 27%, Will Smith 38%, Conforto 33%, Paje 31%. So, I mean, definitely got some guys that can get the ball up in the air. I think Priester's going to be in for a little bit more than what he's going to be bargaining for. I think the Dodgers are one of my favorite stacks. I got them with like I mentioned, you got the Twins, you got the Dodgers, you got the Tigers, you got the Orioles, Blue Jays. I think those are the teams that I'd be sticking here with tonight. But yeah, for me, I like this. I definitely like this Dodger spot. For sure. For me, I think on FanDuel, I think I'm rolling with the Dodgers and the Tigers.
I love it. I love those Tigers tonight. I may go me a little Tigers Royals. I like the Royals a little bit better than you. All right, Gyiraszin, give me your three favorite stacks or your top three stacks and then maybe a sleeper stack. I think you mentioned the sleeper stack earlier, but you might have changed your mind since then. That's all 11 games. So top three stacks and your favorite sleeper stack.
Yeah, like I mentioned, my top three stacks. I'd say we're going to go Twins, Dodgers, and then I'll go a tie between the Jays and Tigers at third. So those would be my top four. My sleeper one that I'd roll with, as I mentioned, is the Yankees, just because of Spencer Strider. I mean, with the leverage you're sitting there looking at, with the walk that he's been giving up to the lefties, I mean, you're walking a fine line there. Like, it could be very frustrating if you do roster some Yankees. He might strike out the side for 3 innings in a row. But then if he walks a few dudes and then he, gives up a bomb and then gets in some trouble, like, you might not see some long 7, 8, 9 hitter innings, but you might see, if he starts walking dudes, he's going to be in some trouble. So I do like some of the Yankees there, Ham. So, I think that's interesting.
Excellent stuff there. Now I got to do it every Friday. Hey, we give out a home run call of the day. Let's give out 2, if you don't mind. I'll go first. Let you kind of collect your thoughts. I'll go first, and you can give 1 or 2, how many you want to get, and then I'll give 1 again. I already gave you 1. I'm going to give it to him again. For Kansas City, my guy, Jog Jams, Jack Caglione, batting 6th today. I think he takes Sandy Alcantara deep. He's my first home run call of the day, and he's only $2,700.
Ooh, I like that one. I'm gonna go with my boy Spencer Torkelson to hit a home run.
It is gonna be a lucky night in the Gyiraszin household.
It's gonna be a lucky night. I'm gonna get lucky after dinner. I'm gonna get lucky after I drink more of these. My golf teams have been good. I mean, it's been a lot of fun. So, but I like Torkelson, and I'll give you even a bonus one. I think Corbin Carroll hits a home run too.
Corbin Carroll to go yard. All right. I don't hate that. I'm going to give you my second one of the night. It's going to be I'm going to go Jackson Holiday. Jackson Holiday, maybe not to lead off the game with a bomb, but I think Jackson gets it done for us. He's my second home run call of the day. I appreciate every single one of you tuning in. If you don't mind, do us a favor on your way out. Hit that like, hit that subscribe button. We certainly appreciate you tuning in. Thank you. Good luck in your contest. Let's ship it.